So, this is gonna get cool. So, recently I was just watching a video, and I think it was a TED Talk. I cannot remember the TED Talk. I gotta start writing it down. But this TED Talk was basically talking about quantum mechanics, and it was explaining how the theory of things popping in and out of existence,
like as in virtual particles.
Well, particles, there's particles when you go to the subatomic level that pop in and out of existence.
Okay.
Not necessarily virtual particles, like they're real particles. Maybe they're considered virtual. I don't know.
Okay.
But they pop in and out of existence. Like they're in our existence and then they're out.
Okay.
Okay. Well, this scientist, or maybe he's a researcher, said, what if this is just a complete... I'll put it like this, because this would be a better way to explain it. The researcher said that what if we don't understand the true geometrics of our universe? Meaning, we think of things in 3 dimensions, typically, right? Length, width, and volume.
Yeah.
But we can't even perceive the 4th. I mean, we go through time, right? We pass through time, but we don't see it as if it's, a 3-dimension, like a length, width, or volume.
It's
we
not
don't
like
see
a
it like
physical...
that. Yeah, it's not like a physical thing. We just kind of like pass through it. So what he was saying is, when these subatomic particles pop in and out of existence, that they're like, for scientists, it's like, this makes no sense. They're popping in and out of existence. They're at random. They're whatever. But the guy was saying, if we had a bigger picture, or if we had a deeper understanding of geometry, maybe these particles are moving along a path that makes completely sense in that higher geometry. So for instance, and this is where it gets cool, is that think about a 2-dimensional person, right? And they can only see things in length and width, right? But imagine the particles in their universe are moving in 3 dimensions, length, width, and volume. So let's say the 2-dimensional board was right here, right? And I'm a 2-dimensional being. Just pretend I'm a 2-dimensional being, right? And I'm looking this way, okay? And a particle comes from 3 dimensions into 2. I see it. Oh, it's right there. And then it goes out. Then it hits a wall and comes back this way. And then the particle comes back through my vision
but you only see
up
it
here. I've seen it only twice. Yeah, because you've seen it once as it's passed through here, and then it hits a wall, and then it comes back and passes through your plane of vision, quote unquote, in this 2-dimensional world up here. So now you look up, you're like, oh, it's there. Like it came through here first, and now it came through here. To me, in the 2-dimensional world, I'd be like, this is completely random. I'll be on all these podcasts, all these TED Talks, like, dude, this makes no sense if I was a scientist in this universe. And I would have to go to 2 dimensions to be a scientist, I guess. But no, bro, you can't do it in 3, bro. You got to go down to 2.
You got demoted.
In 2 dimensions, right? I would be on all the podcast late night shows like, yeah, dude, our universe is completely random. These particles pop in and out of existence. It makes no sense.
Right.
But really, in our 3-dimensional world, we're like, no, this makes perfect sense. It's going through, it hits the wall, and then on a perfect angle, it's going right back through your 2-dimensional plane. You just can't.
You can't perceive it that way.
Yeah, you can't perceive it that way because you don't understand the universe's geometry.
That's insane.
Or if that's the right word, I think geometry is the right word.
Yeah. Just that. I don't even know. Like, that's insane.
That's what the guy said on this TED Talk. So
I mean it's definitely plausible. But the only issue is how do we get to this higher geometry though? Because we can't even fathom a 4-dimensional. I mean, we know what time is, yes, but we can't grab it and be like I can touch this wall, like I can perceive all of it. But if we can't do anything with it, how do we understand the higher geometry of it? You know what I mean?
Well, I guess what string theorists would say,
right, is
higher. A lot of string theorists talk about like these curled up dimensions or something like that, which I'm not have full understanding. I gotta learn because I'm not too interested in string theory in itself. But I think this concept does come from string theory if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know. I don't know how we would get access. Now, what I could tell you is that I can make predictions on what if I was a 4th-dimensional being, what we would look like in four dimensions. I could tell you that.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Spit it.
So this is my theory. I got this theory from a guy on TikTok. Maybe you guys have seen him, and I forget his name again. Okay, I'm gonna start remembering names, bro. I'm gonna start remembering names, writing down what I have. It's just so much like just flooded information. But then I like take these concepts and I like build on. Anyway, so this guy was talking about how, basically, like it was a good way of explaining 4 dimensions to a person that's living in 3 dimensions like we are. And he did it by, obviously, you know, a lot of times we like to use 2 dimensions. So for instance, right, if I pretend my hand is an apple, right, and this is the 2-dimensional slice. Pretend I'm a 2-dimensional being again. Okay, two-dimensional Zay. So as we're going through, right, all I'm seeing is slices of that apple. Is that making sense?
Yeah. Yes.
So I'm seeing, and these slices would be like right up next to each other, almost what's the word? Like you couldn't perceive the differences in these slices essentially because you're just getting infinite amount of slices as that apple, right, is passing through. So if I'm a person looking at this apple passing through, or if I'm even the apple itself, I would say, oh, I'm a little bit of skin. I'm a little bit of skin. I'm a little bit of skin. Oh, now I'm a little bit soft. Okay, now I'm a little bit soft. Like, ooh, I'm a little fruit. Nah, what is this? I'm a little fruit. I'm a little fruit. Ooh, I got seeds. You're about halfway through. You're like, dude, I've really aged. I've really matured. I have seeds now, and I'm going through the. You know, as I've gone through, I have seeds, and now you get past the seeds, and now you know I'm still a little bit of fruit, and then you become, and then. Right when you're getting to as that apple's passing through, right when you're getting to the end, you start to get nervous. Like, wait, what happens now? Like, this is about to be the end, you know?
Right.
And then eventually you pass through, right? It's the same thing. Now take that concept, bring it up to 3 dimensions. What in our life we see in infinite slices that we are passing through, essentially. Time that we have no control over either.
No.
Time.
Right. So
time.